Hi folks, Ben from Snowy's. Today with the Oztent RX-4. I'm going to show you how to set it up and pack it away. First thing, looking at weights. The main tent here, about 23 kilos. About 10.8 kilos for your accessories. The tent comes in 2 boxes when you receive it. So the main tent is 200 centimeters long, 18 centimeters high and 13 centimeters wide. And the accessories here are 70 long and about 28 by 28 centimeters. I'm going to start by pulling everything out of the bag and show you what comes with it. So inside the 2 bags, you've got your main tent here. Comes with a fly sheet. It's included with the package. A bag of guy ropes and pegs. Got all your awning poles in here. Instruction sheet and some bits of repair fabric. And then in your accessories bag, you've got a few extra pegs. And rolled up inside here is your complete panel system and the floor, the zip-in floor. So the first thing we need to do is pull these arms out. Once we've got them folded out, we step inside the tent here, and up under the front is a pull tab. We'll grab hold of that and pull the whole tent up and in place. From here, while we're holding the tent in place at the top here, we have to step inside and slide the arms on each side in place to lock the framing together. One other thing we need to do is this Velcro tab here. We need to undo and wrap around the arm. That keeps the wall from flapping around and also stops this from inverting too far. You just need to make sure you undo them when you pack it up. So that's the frame all in place. I now need to just go and put some pegs in place to stop the tent from blowing away. So the back of the tent here, with just the frame up, the frame actually finishes short of where the floor finishes, so it is important to peg this back bit out. It extends the tent right out to here. So I've got the pegs in place around the base. There are 4 guy ropes that exist on the tent in their own little pockets on the side here. There's one on the front, same on the other side, and another one just at the rear here. I'm not going to put them in place today for the purpose of this video, but if you're staying in one place for a long time or the weather's bad, always good to put them in place. Before we go any further, you can put a fly on these guys. The fly's included, and it attaches to a zip up along the top here. I'm tall enough to reach that. If you're shorter, it might be worth leaving these pegs out from the back here and tilting the front of the tent down this way and then zipping the fly in along. But because I'm tall enough, I'm able to reach over and use this zip to attach to another zip, which is up here, and zip the fly in place. Once the zip's done up, just make sure these Velcro tabs are in place to hold the storm flap down. There's a couple of thinner poles that come with your Oztent RX tent. They are used for the fly. They just go in these eyelets in the corners here, and they just sit there to separate the fly from the main tent, so the condensation builds up here and the fly isn't actually touching the tent. So we just put them in place, and then we've got 7 guy ropes that go around the fly, 2 on each side and 3 at the back here to hold it all in place. The next step for us is to set up the awning on the front here. So this rolls right down, and we'll extend out here. We can create a peaked awning and side panels on the side. There's 3 pole lengths that come with the RX tent. Got the awning pole, a 2.3 meters, 1.9 meter awning pole and a ridge pole. What we need to make sure when we set it up flat is that we put the longer pole with the orange sticker, 2.3, in the middle and the shorter pole at the ends, because this one is going to extend out and create the peak in the front room. So we've just got this set up roughly at the moment, and like I said, we've kept the poles at a workable height for myself, because what we now need to do is go and put the ridge poles in place. If I extend this middle pole up to 2.3, I'm not going to be able to reach it. So what I do now is undo this, and we do the same for the center poles as well. From here, if we extend the ridge poles out, it'll make it nice and tight, and then just tighten them in place. But before we go any further, I want to talk about these little orange caps that come with the tent. Oztent have included these little caps that go over the top of the spigot, and they cover the hole where the eyelet is and give it weather protection. So they go on each of the spigots on the front room. Most importantly, underneath the guy rope. The guy rope then holds it in place. And from here, before we extend the poles again, we zip the walls on so we can reach the zips. Now we got the wall and the floor in this package here. So I'm just going to take the walls out. Now, the wall is one complete system. There's not 3 different walls. There's 3 different zips but it's one complete system. So this looks like it's my right-hand wall, so I've got to take it out around the side of the poles and zip it on over there. So just need to take a little bit of time to get the orientation of the walls right. Being 3 zippers, you just need to work out where the zippers start and where they start on the awning. And just for reference, all 3 zippers start in the front corners of the tent. Now that we've got all the walls in place, we can extend the center ridge pole right up high. And there's also tabs on the inside for the poles, just to keep the walls from flapping around. The last step for this front room is the zip-in floor. I've got the floor in place. You just need to gently lift the poles up and slide the floor under the poles. In terms of orienting the tent, they do have markers on here. They've got the A, matches the A on the tent. And also this orange zipper is the same as the orange zipper on the tent. So I'll do that one up and then the continuous zipper right around the base of the tent. So that's the front room set up. The last thing we want to do is just make sure that these storm flaps are in place. Wherever there's a zip around the top, there's a Velcro strip underneath just to hold some fabric over the top to stop water getting in through the zip. That runs right along the top here. There's corners, just tuck them in place. Same at the top here, make sure that overlaps. Runs right around here and even at the bottom here. One last thing I'll mention is that this front panel here, you can actually extend as an extra awning. It does have eyelets in the corners here, so if you had an extra couple of poles, you could extend this out here for a bit of extra shade. Another thing people are asking about the RX tent is, can they use RV tent accessories with it? Yes and no. With the front panel and everything attached, the only thing that's really compatible with the RX tent is the mesh floor saver. If you remove these panels and don't use them, you can use an awning connector, but the side panels and everything are a slightly different cut between the RX and the RV tent. So if you want to mix and match your features with side panels, front panels and all of that, you might be best sticking to the RV range. If you just want an all-in-one package like this, then the RX tent is a really good solution. So I'll show you how to pack the RX-4 up now. It's pretty straightforward, everything in reverse. First thing we want to do is take the complete panel system off and the floor out. We'll pack all that away and then we can get onto the main tent. This accessory is packed away. The bag's a reasonable size for it to fit back into, nice and easy. Next step is to take the guy ropes and poles out of the awning here. It's best to roll this up before you fold up the main tents. It just keeps it up out the way. You haven't got fabric in the way causing hassles with the frame. Once I've done this, I'll go and take all the guy ropes and pegs out for the fly sheet and I can unzip that. So I've taken the pegs out, rolled the doors up, we're ready to collapse the tent down. If it is windy, it might be worth leaving a few pegs in until you've collapsed it, just in case the wind catches your tent. So this is just sitting here freely now. What we need to do is step inside the tent and release the poles. So we need to make sure we undo this strap here so that we can release the pole. That can be undone and just left undone for pack up. We do that on each side and then we release this pole back this way and that allows the tent frame to collapse down. We need to make sure we're holding the frame up there when we do that though. If I just did this side, it's going to twist. So I'll do both sides and then lower it slowly. And then we just grab the strap again and lower it down, making sure it doesn't twist. Now I'm comfortable taking my last pegs out. So if we just make sure the extra fabric at the back there is pulled in underneath the tent there, there's going to be less fabric flapping around when we roll it up. Last step is to fold the arms in now. We fold A first and B second. And here we end up with a little triangle that just folds over the top. And if you wanted to come to his straps, we can put a strap around that to hold it together, or we can stick it straight back in the bag. And that is how to pack up the RX, or how to set up and pack up the RX-4 tent. Fit back in the bag reasonably easily. Such a long product, it makes it a little bit awkward, but the bag has got plenty of room for it. You can pick these up off our website at snowies.com.au. Lowest prices every day, free delivery, Australia-wide. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.